What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dell back with another episode of Vampyr. Believe we just left off. I believe we left off at the part where we just went to the hospital and like kind of met a few people, including that lady that swears she's a vampire for some reason, even though she just looks dead as shit. She's not really a vampire. I don't think she is. But we'll worry about her ass later. We'll kill her later sometime or something like that. We gotta get some more hints for people. We pretty much gotta befriend them, you know, make it seem like we're their best friend. And then, you know, just kill them when they're just walking around. Kind of messed up, but that's what we gotta do if we want the most experience. Now, I believe you could go through this whole playthrough without killing anybody, but that's quite difficult.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Oh, I try to parry that dude. Oh, I beat my ass. But I kill my ass.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
I'm trying to parry those guys and I keep failing, and William almost killed me. Go back to this for now.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Find some sodium hypochlorite, and it shows it's beneath. I think we're gonna still go upstairs though to see if there's anything extra to find. Any materials or something. Or a dead person, that work too. I guess that's all you can get knocked through. No, I guess that's all you could find. Oh yeah, the basement. Wasn't I just here? Yeah, go downstairs. Great.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
So scows are pretty much zombies, as you can see. Bootleg zombies. They're just standing there watching. Oh shit, I understand. Oh shit. Trying to dodge that, man. Okay, try it again. Oh shit. He's juking my ass. I think I beat his ass. Oh, he still landed on me. Close ass call. He almost killed me. He almost killed my ass. That basic ass dude. It's hard to parry. I gotta get used to that. I actually didn't really mess with it last playthrough. Or, yeah, when I played it before.
It's locked. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
I don't know how doctors do it, man. Just having someone's life in your hands like that. And if one mistake happens, you can just kill somebody by accident. I don't think I could ever do something like that, or even be any type of job like that. I was about to say I feel like we about to fight a boss. It's been a while since I played this game.
Scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
And John Doe. Okay, I can't do nothing. Oh, it's a crafting table thing. These are treatments for people that can get sick in this game. You gotta like care for the citizens also and like make medicine for them so they don't. I think there's a certain level. Where is it? Like when you see the towns. Oh yeah, it is. See, this area is healthy, and I believe like this guy's sick. He's fatigued, and it can get worse, and he'll have like worse symptoms, and you have to find a harder to find medicine to heal him. And pretty much, I believe if it goes into hostile, I never had it go that low before, but some places get pretty low. You gotta like heal them in order to keep the area good, pretty much. But when you kill people or something, you know, it could interact with other AIs and stuff, and they'll do different things.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
So pretty much, wherever you pretty much have like whole different things happen in the game every time you play it, depending on who you kill or who you spare or. Pretty decent storyline. I hit him too many times. Oh, I'm trying to switch weapons. Hey man, call me when I was switching weapons. I really want to fight those guys again. You know, I'll do it. What? He almost got me. Oh, the other one did. Man, it's so hard to get those parries. I almost die every time I try doing those. I thought the exit was on this level, wasn't it? Maybe it's up one more?
It's
or
locked.
Is this the top floor? Or is it top? I think it's on this floor. Yeah, I think it is. We're out of here. Alright, we gotta give Malcolm X his wallet. And go back to Nurse Crane, I believe. Small bag of junk.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Let's talk
It's
to this
locked,
man.
all right. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be
Oh
very
yeah,
relieved.
about that. I didn't kill her in the beginning or anything.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No, I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed, I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
I don't got nothing I want right now.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
But worth 3,000. I think our mesmerized level is level 1? Yeah. Dang, that don't suck. Level 1. Oh yeah, we met the wallet. I'm gonna try to talk to a couple people like each episode. I'm not gonna try to talk to all of them in one because that can get very long. Every character has like a backstory,
Good evening,
pretty much.
Good evening, Doctor.
They make
Still
every
trying to
person
save
in here like
lives?
unique, pretty much.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Goodbye, Milton.
Oh, this guy. I believe in her heart rates like that. Yeah, see that little red symbol over there? It's like you can spy on them.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir, and I thank you for your generous donation. It's
Oh,
locked.
letter. Yeah, what's up to this nurse? What happened? Why is it loading?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Aha, new hint.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
I think we asked her everything we need to.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
And she's almost worth the max. Like I say, you just gotta get them hints. The hints make them worth more for when you want to kill them. And that guy glitching out over there. Where'd Milton go? Or is this the hideout? No, what's... Is he upstairs? No. I don't know where he went. I'm not gonna talk to anybody else. Not yet. We'll do the actual objective now.
Spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedience.
Well, I can ring craft one. Go downstairs.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, Nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Oh, there you go. He's out there. Oh, and I gotta talk to some more goddamn people.
This
Good evening,
hospital
sir.
seems to be falling apart. But in the
Good
circumstances,
evening.
I'm willing
I'm
to
Dr.
take the
Reed.
benefit of the doubt.
Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Hospital seems to be falling apart.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
I think I asked her everything. I asked her everything.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
That will work. No XP. Man, I want to be talking to all these damn people, but I'm gonna have no choice. I gotta go talk to this man. A lot of talking this episode.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
I think that was it for him.
Goodbye, Milton.
That man dead. I think Left is back to talk to that Hawkins. Where did she go? Right here. Oh, well, she's worth all the freaking XP.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
I thought I had something to ask her. I thought I unlocked the last hint of the...
Goodbye,
That's
Nurse
weird.
Hawkins.
I thought I was talk to her about the whole bed thing. Start charging. Well, you see, I got all the hints for her, so she's worth 3,000 XP. This guy, I only got 2 hints. And it shows the relationships too. So like if I was to try something with this person, it would definitely affect my ass.
Sadly depart. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living, and I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
Don't they show respect?
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell?
The bodies I watch over are the unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family.
I mean, kind of has a point. I don't know if I want to.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Alright, let's go talk to this freaking doctor.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Probably go lay down. We got like 1600 XP. And go upgrade our abilities. Just keep that. I could get another ability actually. I think I like the. That one's kind of useful. I do like this one. It's only 600. We'll spend the rest on upgrading these. will confirm that. Well, you know what, guys? I think this would be a good spot to stop. Thank you for watching my video, and please like and subscribe. And we will definitely be making more episodes of this.